Well, hello there, YouTubers. This is Zenon Cross here, bringing you right back to Minecraft Skyexchange. So, in between episodes, I was able to figure out the issue. Turns out that the configs were kind of screwy. Somebody had made a slight typo and capitalized a few things that they shouldn't have. So, as you can see here, I have bone meal now. And also, if we go into the quest book and we go to some of these tabs, you'll notice that those missing textures are no longer missing. So everything should be good to go now, so we should be able to continue with our goals. We can get bone meal now. So now we just want to work towards getting a bucket and towards getting a crucible, which we should have a decent amount of clay for at this point. It appears the recipe was changed for porcelain clay. We need ash, which means we need to smelt something. Which means we need to get stone, which means, alright, we have to grow this tree. You know, actually, real quick. I'm assuming we're going to want to break a lot more of this, because we're going to extend the platform just a little bit so that I don't go running straight off of it. Because that would be, you know, just some of the nice things. Alright, so this should be enough of an extension to get things going. And we'll just pop that down and run in circles around this guy until he does his thing. Alright, cool. Because I want to save all the bone meal that I can. We want to make sure we can get enough sticks because we want to make a crook. Because we're going to break all of these and hope that we get a silkworm. I believe it also doubles our chances for saplings. Not that that matters too much. But it is a nice little tidbit. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we got a single silkworm. So we're going to have to try again. I heard myself pick up something. I'm assuming it's the wood. Yeah, no silkworm that time. We don't want to do that. We want to do this. Let's grow 'em. I think we're growing there. I mean, it's not that important. I believe we can also change the type of sapling using the Philosopher's Stone if we so chose. That would be, kind of pointless. There's not really much of a reason to changing the type of sapling. As far as I'm aware, all tree types give us the same amount of chance for a silkworm. But I could be wrong. It's easy to be wrong, especially with so many changes being made to all of these mods. Well, we got a second apple. We have one of these now, which should help us a little bit with breaking this. Alright, let's eat an apple. Keep our hunger up so we don't start starving. I do like the skybox replacement though. It's definitely a bit more interesting than the standard. We got one. Both fortunately and unfortunately, I had already started breaking the leaves, so I don't want to use this tree. So we're going to have to grow yet another tree one more time. because I would like to get the most amount of string out of the worm as possible. So that way I don't have to spend time getting too many more worms, hopefully. Although, as far as I'm aware, we can get more worms from the silk, from the infested leaves themselves, than we can normal leaves. Okay, so this kind of sucks, because I'm all the way over here. So we're going to let that do its thing. Infested leaves, okay. Unfortunately, our whale is a little less useful than I would like it to be. So some things that we're probably going to want to work on is, I guess we can get ourselves a chest real quick. So where we have a place to store stuff like this guy, that guy. We don't need the compressed sand right this second. We'll have to make a sieve, so I guess we should get ready for that. So we can build the sieve itself. We just need a bunch of wood, some of these, 2 of those. I think it was 1 of these. Or was it all wood? It was all wood. Okay. So the sieve I'll put right there. And then, you know, we can probably make a shovel for this. It probably won't speed up the process too much. Oh, there's definitely a perceptible difference. So, this will go hopefully a lot faster than it's been going. Although once we get a hold of cobble generation, I don't think we'll be doing this too much anymore. Because cobblestone is just a superior building tool in every shape and form. It's more blast resistant, it won't light on fire, and it's just generally nicer to look at, I think, than ungrassed dirt. Although, we can try to spread grass. We'll see what happens. Is this infesting? Wow, this is slow. Alright, so we'll have to wait for that. I don't remember if we have to use crooks on the leaves, but we'll get a second one just in case. Oh, inventory tweaks, please. Oh, why does middle click not also trigger that? That's kind of annoying. No, he's starting to spread. Alright, he's doing his thing. So let's look at the book real quick, because we'll want the crucible. After the crucible, not crooked man. Well, maybe I should look at the book a little bit more, but I would also like it if the book would auto-detect and submit things, instead of me having to detect and submit them myself. That would be nice, but oh well. So we can craft this thing. How easy is it actually to craft the transmutation table? That's not what I'm looking for. That's also sort of not what I'm looking for. That's not going to happen. Oh, okay. So this is actually relatively easy to craft. We just have to make obsidian, which means we'll have to make a lot of lava. But that shouldn't be too hard, so that'll just be something that we'll have to work towards, because this entire pack is based on Project E. And Project E is the continuation of Equivalent Exchange, as I had mentioned in the first episode. The way Equivalent Exchange works is everything is worth a certain value. In Equivalent Exchanges and Project E's case, that is EMC. Everything has an EMC value, so you see when I hover over it, the dirt has an EMC value of 1, but the entire stack is worth 27. Oak wood slabs are 4, oak wood itself is 32. I forget what EMC stands for exactly, but except it works out to so that all of the, at least the normal Minecraft things have an EMC value. Sorry about that. Which would give you the ability to transmute one thing into another thing. So the Philosopher's Stone can do that on a very basic level, so right-clicking the dirt blocks will change their type to something else, which also has an equivalent EMC value as itself. So grass blocks, dirt blocks, and sand all have an EMC value of 1. So when I right-click a dirt block or sand block or a grass block with the Philosopher's Stone, it will transform between it and its equivalent states that it can be in. There are a lot of other blocks that can do this. I believe cobblestone can also be changed directly into smoothstone and other such things like that. But you can't do that to things, obviously, that are a bit more complex or have very interesting values. Like, for instance, the chest can't be transmuted. I don't think the crafting table can be transmuted, although for slightly different reasons. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Alright, it looks like our tree has finished, and I was able to extend the platform a little bit in the time that we lost to the wonders of video editing. Yeah, so let's get this broken so that we can get some string so that we can do the normal ex nihilo things. We have a lot of things to get working towards. One of these things will make it so that we never have to do this again, which will be really nice. So we should have enough wood that we shouldn't have to worry about anything. Finally, the grass is spreading. Took long enough. I believe it's silk mesh, and then we're done. Yeah, okay. Now comes the fun part. Why do I have an extra oak barrel? Whatever. We're going to make ourselves yet another shovel. And we're just going to break a lot of dirt. In the meantime, actually, we should plant another one of these, but we're going to plant him, like, over there, because we have a bit more room than we did before. So, what we're going to do, that was close, is we're just going to break a bunch of this block, and then we're going to toss it into the sieve, and then we're going to sieve it until we get cobblestone. Well, the cobblestone blocks, and then we'll make cobblestone, as one would, you know, in normal ex nihilo sky blocks. And then once we get a hold of that, we'll make ourselves a furnace, at which point we'll have to make ash, which appear to be burning sticks or something. Give me 1 second. Ash. What is that? Ashen. Interesting. It is in fact sticks in the furnace. I wonder if this block is going to get... I guess it could get grass on it, because it's just normal block otherwise. Alright. I think we could do a compressed one of these too. But I'm not going to worry about it too much because we shouldn't have to do this for too much longer. We only have to do it a few times until we get enough cobblestone to do the things that we needed to do. We get experience from this now, which is interesting. We got some pumpkin seeds, it appears. I don't know what we're going to do with that, but I guess we could do something. Are slab furnaces in this? They are not, so we'll have to keep going until we get enough cobblestone to make a normal furnace, because I'm pretty sure this converts... Ooh, it converts really bad. Yeah, that's a really bad conversion. How much string do we have? I don't think we have enough to do a heavy sieve anyway. Yeah, I'd have to do another tree for that, and we only got one worm, and I don't think we didn't get a backup worm, so unfortunately that's the way this is gonna have to go. We're still getting the normal drops, so we got some like grass seeds and stuff like that. Not that that's too important though. So we just have to make sure that we keep sieving. because we have to make sure that we get this cobblestone. It's the most important thing that we can get at this point. We don't really care about the extra drops from the dirt. I was going to say grass. What is that? Acacia. Bleh. I really dislike all the trees except for oak. Beetroot seeds, interesting. Because I think the oak tree is just the nicest looking tree because it's pretty standard. I don't necessarily like the birch colors. They're a little too different for my tastes. But for like general things, the dark oak tree is pretty cool. Jungle saplings are also really nice, but yeah, they're really nice when you can get all 4 of them. So you can do the really massive rainforest trees so you can build houses in them. That's always fun. We might do that for this one, because why not? Because, I mean, we have Project E, so we can do crazy things anyway. So might as well do crazy things. We could also do, like, a glass dome, because of how easy it'll be. Because we don't have to, like, farm, like, sand or anything. We can just duplicate it to wherever we please. So, finally we have enough to build ourselves a furnace. Took long enough. So furnace, and we're gonna break this, and there it went. A little confused there for a second. So we'll just make a bunch of sticks real quick. First step is 2 to 3, so we can get some charcoal, and not for fueling things. That'll be for fueling things. We should plant more than 1 sapling at one time. So 1 away, 1, 2, 1, 2, there. Alright. So that way we can have more than 1 tree grow at the same time. I think we're going to need more bone meal though. So let's get working on that while we can. Alright, so we're going to use this and hope that it doesn't delete the floor. Alright, it doesn't look like it did this time. I tried to use that before and it just transmuted the floor. Because Philosopher's Stone things. So this is done, so we can finally get... No, I was like, what am I doing? We can finally get some torches, which will be really nice. Let's not do that. Put these back in here. We want to do 8 ash. There you go. Give me that thing. And then we're going to transform this and do our thing. Huh. Is this the same sky as Sky Factory? I think it is. It seems familiar. The like Aurora bands going around the world. Interesting. I wonder what Y level we're on actually. We are on Y level 62. That's correct. Alright, so we can do some compressed sand real quick. I should have an extra one just sitting around. I forget, did we turn in the quest for this? Because I know we have to turn in this quest again. I don't... Yeah, we did. Okay. So boop, and it becomes bone meal. Apparently a random amount of bone meal. Because we need this, clay, and bone meal to make porcelain clay. The first thing we're going to make is the crucible, because the crucible is a bit more important. We're going to do, 8 more of those sticks, even though we definitely don't have enough to support it in bone meal, so we'll have to do some more sand, but that's okay. Because we only need 2 more pieces of porcelain clay. And then we have to fire the crucible, which isn't a big deal. So we just need... Oh, we have more than enough. Awesome. So let's not waste our sticks, and we'll fire that. We'll be as precise as possible. And we should get an unfired bucket. And now we don't actually get a clay bucket, we just get a true bucket, I believe, in this pack, which will be really nice. And yep, we get a true bucket, although I'm not sure if it'll break, because it definitely looks different than the normal bucket. So let's submit this guy and claim our 4 dirt. And then let's, we need to make 2 buckets? Alright, well, we're going to not worry about that at all. Because we're just going to make some lava, which means I need to sift more dirt, unfortunately. So, first thing we're going to do is F7. Cool. So with that hotkey changed, I'm not 100% sure what hotkey it's supposed to be. So we're just going to do this for now. And then plop one there, and then put the crucible on top of it. And then we're going to start sifting more dirt, which means I'm going to have to get more dirt. What the heck is that? Exotic seed. I think that's what turns into the rainforest sapling. Or at least I hope so. That would be nice. Speed up the process a bit. Does the phosphorus stone? No, okay. I was just wondering if it had an EMC value or not, because it's very likely that we can lose it. And by losing it, I mean me being stupid and dying by falling off the platform. So hopefully that doesn't happen. If it does, I guess I'll just have to give it to myself because of how important it is. Because it doesn't look like it has an EMC value, which means I won't be able to put it into the transmutation table. Although it should be craftable, so I will look it up just to make sure. It's the 4 dirt, right? Yeah, okay. So it should actually have an EMC value of 4, but for some reason it just doesn't have any. So 38. It's not a lot of cobble. We're just gonna dump as much of it in there as we can. We're actually going to make ourselves a stone shovel because we just need as much dirt as possible, because we'll have to keep doing this for a very, very, very long time. We'll look back at the trees every once in a while. I will crook them to try to get another worm, because the worm is important for both the quest book and for me getting more string. Because if I get more string, then I can make a heavy sieve and I can speed this process up, which would be nice. Because at the moment, this process is kind of slow. Did I get a worm? I got a worm, which means I can turn in the quest. Is it this one? Crooked man. Boop. Bam. Alright, cool. So I just got us 2 more worms, which gives us 3 worms. Would have been nice if I had done that the first time, instead of being stupid, but that's okay. So here we are, doing the thing. We won't have to worry about cobblestone in a second. I wonder. I'm just gonna run around this one tree like this, and we'll see which one grows. And then I'll infest whatever tree grows with one of the silkworms. Because we definitely need go to work. We definitely need more string. That's what they make. Alright, how much lava do we have? Is it enough for a bucket? It is. Cool. Alright, now comes the fun part, is we're going to use dirt, and we're going to construct, I guess over here is fine. We're going to construct at least for me, the pretty standard dude to make cobblestone. So that way we can start using cobblestone instead of anything else. It'll also save me from having to sieve all of this dirt, because I'll just have cobblestone again. I was a little worried that 4 cobblestone wouldn't be enough, that they would have changed it to make it like 8 or something, but we're lucky, so I don't have to do that. So luckily we can just smash this block a few more times, and this should be enough dirt to get us to the end of the things that we needed to do. So we're gonna raise that a little bit. It's not super important. That block's important. Okay. So we don't want to put the lava in first, but we're going to. I don't want to do it that way, but that's okay. Sorry about that. And then we're just going to do this, and we should make, there we go, cobblestone generator. So we're pretty good to go. Well, that was really dumb of me. I should have checked first. So now we have the utensils that I would normally use to do things in like anywhere else. And now we can get some cobblestone. The normal way. The, I guess, fun way. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on right now. Something is stabbing the inside of my throat. That was interesting. I broke the cobblestone, and then it was like, you don't need that cobblestone. See you later. Alright, so let's, because of how long that takes, let's get that going. To be honest, I'm not too keen on keeping this guy around, actually, because of how slow he is. Because we should be able to get in the rhythm here, where I can just hold the left click, and the tick rate should match the speed at which the pick mines the cobble. So that way we can just stand here for quite some time. I made a mistake, and I forgot to put the cobblestone back on my hotbar, so I have no idea how much we have. But that's okay. It's not that important anyway. Because we're just going to do the thing until we don't have to do the thing anymore. It seems like we're getting a decent amount of it, so I've had worse luck with these, where I'd be standing here for the entire pick and end up with like half a stack. It's probably the worst you could do, but hopefully we do a little bit better than that. I'll have to check the quest book again so that we don't forget something. Well, so I don't forget something. I don't know why I'm blaming you guys. I mean, could be your fault. You could be brainwashing me. What the heck did I just move out of my hotbar? Huh, they really sped that up. Could be your fault. You could be brainwashing me. I don't know what you guys do. Subliminal messaging and all. Alright, so this should be enough cobblestone, because we only need, for the transmutation table, we only need 4 blocks of obsidian. The only problem is I think I have to put it in a barrel, right? I can put it in a barrel and then just drop it on top and then just pull it right out. The question is, can I make stone barrels? Because if I can't make stone barrels, then this is going to delete my wood barrels. I might need smooth stone for this. That is correct, I do need smooth stone. So I have enough to do 16. Whoops. My menuing is really bad. There we go. He's doing his thing, he's almost done. Let's check out some quests. So the quests, the Mighty Bucket, we need to finish one more, but we're going to cheat that. The EMC hunt is we just have to get the transmutation table, and it'll give us 2 obsidian to fuel the transmutation table with. So the way Project D works is, you know, the transmutation that I was talking about earlier, everything has an equivalent exchange value. The transmutation table, we give it something, and the transmutation table is basically remembers how that thing was made, and you can put items into it to transfer your EMC value into the transmutation table, which basically becomes like a bank. It becomes a storage of just EMC. It would be like if you go to the bank and you deposit your money, and there's just an arbitrary number put into the bank. But except instead of taking money out at any point, I could take out, apples if I wanted apples. That's more how it works. I guess you could compare it to just different currencies, I guess. They just pull out different currencies at different times. But it's not quite how it works because money is different, but it's not that important of a comparison. But nonetheless, here we are. We have a stone barrel now, so we'll drop it here. This is going to make a lot of mess. We're actually really lucky that I have exactly this much water. So we just drop this on top like that. There we go. Just had to wait a bit longer. And bam, we have a single piece of obsidian. We have to do that 4 times. So, just have to wait a little bit, and bam. Alright. So the moment that that's ready, we can do that. This is going to continue making smooth stone, because we will want smooth stone, at least to teach the table the smooth stone. The only issue with the transmutation table is once I set it down, I can't move it, because if I pick it up, I'm pretty sure it'll forget things, which is really bad. There's also an issue where if you convert a standing transmutation table on the ground into the tablet version, it'll also forget all the things it knew before. So hopefully we don't have that problem. Because I'm not 100% sure if Project E fixed those things, because I don't know if those things are even fixable. Because technically, once you craft a new one or you pick it up again, it becomes a different instance of the table. So it's like, I don't even know if that's like something that could be fixed in theory. It might just be a lost cause. Alright, so we don't want that many sticks. We just want enough sticks to get a crook. Nope, I missed. I have one more to go, but that's fine. Holding shift so I don't fall off the edge, as is normal for Minecraft. I think we're going to say screw it because it's only one block. Because it's not that important. Because we have over a stack at this point. Alright, so it looks like that worked out. We still have some saplings in our inventory, so we can do that. What the heck is happening? I think I shift-clicked it by accident or something. Dump that in there. We're going to drop off all of our seeds because we don't want to carry seeds around in our inventory all the time, nor the sap those things. I really dislike that I can't just use my middle mouse click to navigate the cause the menu to sort like it used to. Alright, so we should have enough to make the transmutation table. Alright. We get to keep that, so it'll just start on the ground. So let's turn in this quest before I put it down, because that would be not very fun to have to do it again. And then what the heck? We have to discover the nether. Extreme chili and music paper. Of Kaus from the pigmen. Setting up a pigmen farm in the early game will yield great amounts of EMC. Note you can transmute lava source blocks into obsidian. Cool. Why would I want to do that? Because I can't mine them anyway. Is that because the nether's just going to be all lava? I guess. So we're going to put it right there because it'll just be handy. So the transmutation table is kind of crazy. So anything that I toss into here becomes something that it can learn. Can it learn this? No. Unfortunate. Your table will display all of the things here that it knows, starting with the highest values and going to your lowest, I believe. It might go in reverse. It might go lowest to high at this current moment. but we're going to try to teach it all of the things that I possibly can. As of the current moment, no smooth stone, right? Oh, it can't learn smooth stone slabs. That's weird. We'll give it a wooden pickaxe. We'll just never use it again. The wooden axe, the stone shovel, the wooden hammer, the stone pickaxe, the crook. I don't think it can learn water buckets, but it can learn the normal bucket, so we'll give it to that. So as you can see, we have 459. This is worth 204. If I take it out, we have 255. And we're going to take out a second bucket, go to quests, and then turn in the double quest here. It's an item reward and a choice reward, so I get to choose between bone meal and ash. We'll take the bone meal just because it's harder to get. So that was that. And then we don't want the second bucket, so we just burn it again. And it just becomes EMC. We can also do more direct conversions by putting it over here and say this thing is worth an equivalent amount of like a certain amount of shovels, and we can pull it out. I don't really understand the point of that. We can also, I forget what this does. It does something interesting. Yeah, so as you can see, there's just like a bunch of things in here that it knows now. I'm pretty sure I taught it everything that I can at the moment. At least that I want it to know. It knows wood, right? Yeah, okay. So those are the things we need it to know to function, basically. We're going to ignore that for now. So let's try something real quick. I believe, so smooth stone and cobblestone, and that's all the conversion we can do there. Granted, it's not really important of a conversion unless we're talking about looking at it. Oh, I can just sort out here for some reason. Okay, so the next quest wants us to go to the nether, but I think we should not do that one immediately, and we should check out what else is going on. Make a house a home. This seems really difficult. Make an energy condenser. Okay. As far as I'm aware, those things are quite expensive. So obviously, yeah. So we need a diamond. So to get a diamond, I believe we have to sieve gravel, and we'd have to hope. We'd have to hope a lot. The good news is, though, is we can do this and grab a hammer real quick, beat this into gravel, and gravel has an EMC value, so we can teach it and give it the hammer back. So the hammer's worth 24 EMC. If it is damaged, it becomes worth less and less EMC until eventually it's worth nothing when it's broken, but except you can't give it to the table when it's broken because it disappears. But except you'll note we have gravel in here now, so we can just pull out an infinite amount of gravel, and as you can see, all of the things disappeared, and that's because we don't have enough EMC to make them, so the table does not display them. But I can't, and if I look them up, they don't even exist, and that's because I can't make them anyway. If I wanted to make them, I'd have to feed the table enough stuff, and then all of a sudden, some of the things that I couldn't make came back. So now comes the fun part. Actually, we're going to try to make a compressed, a heavy sieve. We cannot make a heavy sieve, so we do have to just do this by hand. But we're going to do this real quick. Wow, that took a long time. We can take this out. The silk mesh is worth an EMC value, so we'll dump it in there. I'm pretty sure the sieve itself is also worth an EMC value. Okay. We're going to take 2 of those, and no, that's not good. We'll put the flint away. We're just going to feed it all of the dirt because we can just use the dirt to do other things. We'll also feed it that because everything is equivalently exchanged, as the title would suggest, which means you can't do 2 of them at once. Oh man, this mod pack is so backwards. Oh no. Alright. Well, plan dead. So we're just going to feed these back in there and pretend that I didn't say anything, because in the newer versions of Nelo, you can just sieve a bunch of things all at once by putting a bunch of sieves next to them, and then when you right-click it, it just fills all of them. But apparently not in this version. Granted, this one looks a lot different than the other ones that I'm used to, so who knows. We're just looking for certain things, because once we get a diamond, we're basically set. Because then we'll have a lot of EMC, and also I'm pretty sure we can just ore gravel doesn't have I'd have to smelt it first, but once I smelt it I can put it into the quartz is really good. We can smelt it directly into the ore and then feed the transmutation the ingot, because it knows what the ingots are, or at least it should. If it's not able to, that'll be very annoying. Because that means we'll have to do this forever. So hopefully we don't. That was unfortunate. We just got nothing. Alright. That's enough for now. So we're just going to feed it the things that we can, that we received. And we'll just feed it the rest of these. It's not that important. Okay. So now we're going to take the lead ore, make lead. Take the osmium ore, make osmium. Take the iron, make iron. That's all we got. No, we definitely need to feed this obsidian. Let's make some charcoal and feed it that, because that'll be important. You'll also notice that charcoal and wood have the same EMC value, because technically they are equivalent, because they just become each other. So we just feed that in and then like do the thing. We only need like one at the moment though, because as you can see we're starting to rack up a good amount of EMC, which is really important because a lot of the metals and stuff are really expensive, at least if you want workable amounts of them. As you can see, lead is worth 512. The diamond is worth 700 something, and then obviously some machines are valued as well. So let's look up some mechanism things. I don't. That's interesting. They don't have a value. It appears iron is the lowest of the value tree that we have available to us, actually. Which is interesting. We'll get rid of the stone because it's not that important. So, yeah, so the table displays the highest things that we can make, and the last thing that we took from it stays in the 4, I believe. As long as we can still make it, it stays there. Unless the table's not complete, then it doesn't. I forget 100% how it works, but it's not super important. Because we just need to basically get a diamond, and then we're done. Just looking through the quests really quick, it doesn't look like there's anything that we want to start on other than obviously farming pigmen. So we'll smush this last guy and hope for a diamond. Well, oh well. Alright. Well, this has been a rather long episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We made some pretty decent progress. We have a cobblestone generator. We have the transmutation table now, which will speed things up quite a bit. We're starting to grow some trees, and they're starting to get some pretty crazy already. Yeah, so again, thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, click the thumbs up, and if you didn't, click the thumbs down. It'll really helps to know what you guys want to see and what you don't want to see. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. So, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys later.